Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
Fine, you?
Good, thank you. Yes, let's wait a couple of minutes and we will start, yeah?
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So I think that we can start. It's already 10. Yeah, if someone will join us later, it's okay. So let me represent myself. My name is Andrey. I'm working in real estate in Dubai since 2016. So mostly I worked in off-plan, which means like not secondary market, it's off-plan, it's something which is under construction. I'm representing the company which called Rakhat Properties. We are a real estate company and we are like a construction company as well. So we have like our own project which is located on Jumeirah Pearl. Everyone is hearing me well? Like if something wrong, please mention in the comments, yeah? If you have some problem with the voice or with the connection. Yeah, I hope that everything is okay. Otherwise, just mention it in the comments that we can fix it. Yeah, so now I will represent you like Dubai. I will try to explain you how it works in Dubai. I will tell you about the market in Dubai, about different developers in Dubai, and some points about the documentation for the deals for real estate in Dubai. And if like during my this conversation you will have like any kind of the question, please mention it in the comments, and later on I will come back to this question. And of course, you have a WhatsApp chat. Like later on, you can contact me through the WhatsApp, and I give you any consultation. It's absolutely for free. You can ask me any questions which is related to the property in Dubai. So I will share with you our presentation, and we will start. Yeah, so why should you invest in Dubai real estate? This is like some information about me. I already represent myself. It's about our team. As you see, we have different nationalities in our team, like different language we are speaking. We work with all the developers in Dubai. As you see here is mentioned the new properties, Emar, Damak, Miras, Shoba. If you make any kind of research on real estate market, you might be aware about all these names because it's the biggest developers in Dubai. So the first point is why Dubai? I know that a lot of you who is considering like some diversification for investment to invest in different countries, you might compare like Dubai to Turkey, for example, or Bali, or Thailand, or any other countries. First of all, I would say that I am not a specialist in any other market of real estate, so I am just like know about the Dubai. So I will highlight the Dubai, and you can compare it later, like base it on your own research or with a consultation with other brokers from different countries. So first of all, is high profitability of the properties in Dubai. So basically in Dubai, once you are buying the property, you can expect the ROI, so return of investment from the rent. It's like from 7 to 9%. Sometimes it's coming more than that, like more than even 10% if you choose like a specific location and you rent it for the short term. So later on, I will explain the difference between short-term rent and long-term rents. The second point is the taxes. So in Dubai, you don't have to pay any taxes. Once you are renting and getting any income from the rent, you don't need to pay any taxes. We are talking now about residential property. Commercial property, you need to pay VAT, which is 5%. But for residential property, you don't need to pay any taxes. Once you are buying the property, you also don't need to pay any taxes. You just pay the fees to Dubai Land Department, which is 4% from the value of the property. So the only things which you need to pay is the 4%. So once we are talking about Dubai, we are talking about the safety. So Dubai and UAE in general is one of the safest places in the world. So there is a very low crime rate in this country. I think that like there is a lot of rates all over the world, and all of them include Dubai as one of the safest city in the world. If we are talking about economy of UAE and specifically about Dubai, so I would say it's one of the strongest economy, and especially in Dubai, the economy was diversified from the oil and it doesn't depend on the oil a long time before. And if you're talking about the economy, I would highlight it about the rate of the currency in Dubai. So it didn't change for decades already. And it was like 3.65 to US dollars, and it still is keeping the same. And also ultra luxurious properties. So Dubai is full of luxurious properties. So there is like so many developers who is providing such high level apartments. There is so many collaboration with some brands. So there is like some like motor brands as an Aston Martin or Mercedes, or for example Cavalli, some luxury brands. There is so many towers which made in a collaboration with such a brand on very high level. Political stability, it's also something which is really necessary, because Dubai is very stable and UAE in general is very stable in that sense that His Highness Sheikh Mohammed Al Maktoum and the royal family, they already rule in Dubai for decades, and they don't have any like a political issue. Yeah, it is a monarchy, but there is no political like issue at all. Tourism, of course, like many, there's like about 16 million tourists coming to Dubai every year. I think that a lot of you visited Dubai before, you know about this highlights in Dubai, which is a Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall, Palm Jumeirah, etc. So the government of Dubai, they trying to highlight Dubai as much as possible, and they create different like touristic location, and it's they still keep develop this stuff. And Dubai is a logistic and trade hub. Basically, it's because of geography position of the Dubai, because Dubai is located between the Europe and Asia, between the Asia and Africa, between Europe and Africa. So the biggest global like a trade hub in Dubai. Now we will come into the topic of property, and there is two types of property: leasehold and freeholds. So it depends on the location. some location is totally leasehold and some of the location is totally freehold. And mostly all the location is a freehold. I would say that above that 80% is freehold. So what is the difference, freehold and leasehold? It is like depends on the ownership. So leasehold is ownership for foreigners, so someone who doesn't hold a Emirati passport. In leasehold and freehold, they can buy it forever. But for foreigners, leasehold is just for 99 years. So you purchase it like for long-term lease, 99 years. And if you're reselling it in the future, and let's say you already used 10 years from that 99 years, so the next buyer, he would get only already like excluded these 10 years, which were used, it's 89 years. So all the companies in Dubai mostly work with the freeholds. If you are talking for some investors who is coming like from abroad, overseas investor, because on freehold you buying it forever. So it's belong for you forever. There is no limits in terms of term of using. If you are talking about the leasehold, there is some areas which is leasehold in Dubai. For example, is Dubai Investment Park, DIP, Dubai Silicon Oasis, for example, Jumeirah is leasehold. But if you're talking about the Dubai Marina, about downtown, which is where is Burj Khalifa and Dubai Mall located, about the Blue Waters Island, about the Dubai Island, about the Dubai land. So this big lands which is totally freehold. And freehold is started in Dubai already like almost 20 years back. And a lot of foreigners already bought the property in Dubai. For example, if you are comparing with Abu Dhabi, so in Abu Dhabi, freehold started just 2019. So only like 5 years, and you can exclude the some COVID time, which is what, like 2 years, and Dubai is already like 20 years. So secondary and primary market, so the secondary and off-plan market, I would say. So secondary means that you are buying the property from a private owner, a property which is already, like in most cases, it was used for the rent or personal usage. And off-plan properties means that it's under construction. In Dubai, all the project starts to sell once it's just launched. So the construction it didn't start, but developers already they starting to sell the properties. And now I will explain you long-term and short-term rentals. So the difference is long-term and short-term. That long-term, you are getting the apartments from the developer once it's completed, in the condition where it's like you don't need to do any maintenance job. So there is like a kitchen appliance, everything is ready. So you just need to put like, let's say, soft furniture inside and you can live in. But if you want to give it for a long term, you don't need to buy a furniture. So mostly for long term, the people they are buying, they are leasing the property without the furniture. They are bringing their own furniture, and you don't need to arrange the furniture for long term. And for long term, in Dubai, you are getting payments from the tenant. I would say that mostly it's 2 or 4 payments in the year. So they are paying like every 6 months or every 3 months. They are giving you like certain amounts of checks, either like 2 checks or 4 checks. So in this case, long term is better because you are getting your payments like just in 2 shots or 4 shots. And if you're talking about the short-term rent, you need to give your properties for the companies who will manage it, who will rent it out. There is some special companies who hold the license, which call the holiday homes license, and they operate it as a hotel. So if you are using this one for short term, you need to provide all the stuff inside. I mean, the furniture, the towels, all the things should be there. Of course, these companies who is doing a holiday homes, they can provide for you the service. You just need to pay money to buy all the furniture and all the stuff to make it like a hotel room. And short term, if you choose a location which is, let's say, like tourist location, something near to the sea, which is Marina, GPR, Blue Waters, etc. So short term might bring you like more than 10% income, more than 10% ROI, so return of your investment. Of course, you need to share the income with management companies. So holiday homes companies in Dubai usually charge like from 15 to 20%. Depends on the company, depends on the property. But still, like if you will calculate your net income, it could be like high profitability because it could be more than 10%, as I said before. But it depends on the property and especially of the location. It should be like a really nice location, really attractive for the tourist. And now we can discuss a kind of investment which called the flips. So basically flips is something when once you are buying the property and you want to resell it like in a short term, like specifically during the construction. So in Dubai, different developers, they put different conditions, but I would say most of them, more than 90%, is from 30 to 40% you need to pay to the developer. I mean, 30 to 40% from the value of the property you need to pay to the developer, and you will have the right to resell it. So project is not ready, it's still under construction, but market is growing and the price is already like high, let's say for 20%, and you invest just at 30%. You can calculate. So if you resell it, you will get like around like 70% return of your investment in like couple of years, and it's still under construction because you didn't pay all money, you just pay some percentage, which is, as I told you before, from 30 to 40%, and you can resell it. For the flips, you need also be very careful because you need to choose a specific location, to choose a good developer who is providing a good quality, who has already a good name on the market. And in that case, it will guarantee you that property will rise in the value and it will be easy to resell it. And I would never suggest to someone to invest based only on 30%. I mean that if you don't have like 100% of the money to resell it, I would not suggest you to take a risk to buy something and rely on that you can resell it with easily, like after paying just a 30%. It's very risky, and I'm not suggesting it to my clients. Yeah, now we are coming like more for the deals, for the prices or real estate prices in Dubai. I would highlight for you few locations in Dubai, and the price mostly depends on the location. So the most expensive property in Dubai is located next to the sea. So the first line next to the sea is the most expensive property. I would say, like, if you want to get, and I think that you want to get these numbers, one bedroom property which is approximately size of 70 to 80 square meters. If it's located next to the sea with access to the beach, mostly it's a private beach which is located next to the towers. So one bedroom would cost around, like, it's starting 800,000 US dollars. So this is the price for something which is a luxury, brand new. It's once you are buying it from the developer, the price is like this. If you're talking about some property which is located in the downtown of Dubai, once I say downtown, I mean downtown and Business Bay. So it's pretty constructed area, but still there is like some construction is going on. There is some plots and still constructed, mostly in Business Bay, not downtown. Downtown, I would say it's 100% constructed already. So the price over there for the same apartments would be less. It would be starting from, say, 600,000 US dollars for the same one bedroom, similar sizes. Also, the prices depends, of course, on the floor, how high it is, on the view, on the developer, on the tower, etc. I just give you like some rough numbers which you can rely on. Property purchase cost. As I mentioned before, there is no taxes, but for any deal, you need to pay 4% registration fee. Its registration fee is coming to Dubai Land Department. It's a Dubai Land Department belongs to the government of Dubai, and Dubai Land Department is controlling all the construction in Dubai. Once you are buying off-plan property, your money as investment money is coming to escrow account, which is controlled by Dubai Land Department. So Dubai Land Department, they have a special commission, which the guys who is coming to all the construction all over Dubai, and they check the progress of the construction. If they see the good progress of the construction, let's say it's constructed for 30%, only after that they will withdraw money to the account of the developers to use it for the future construction. So basically, they guarantee they guarantee the safety of the investment because they are checking how constructed it is. If there is something wrong, they will hold that money, and if something goes totally wrong, which didn't happen a long time in Dubai because it's very competitive market, so they will return the money which is investor paid, so they will return it to the investors. Talking about the commission for if you are buying the property which is from the developer of plan property, you don't need to pay any commission. So all the companies, the same as our real estate agency, we have the agreement with the developer. So we are selling their property and they paying the commission to us. So we are not charging buyers any commission if you are talking about the off-plan properties. If you are buying the property which is on the secondary market from the private owners, in that case, you need to pay 2% commission. About the rent, you don't need to pay any commission once you rented it out as a landlord. In that case, the tenant is paying commission, so you don't need to pay anything. And as I mentioned before, for the rent, all income is net, so you don't need to pay any taxes from the rent. Once again, we are talking about the residential properties. We are not talking about the commercial, because commercial, yes, you need to pay VAT, which is 5% in Dubai. Property purchase process, it's very easy in Dubai. Since COVID started in 2019, 2020, they make everything online. So you can purchase any property from the developers online. Once you choose any specific unit, you need to share your documents. Once I say documents, I mean passport, some information about information which is email, your phone number, and your physical address, because sometimes developers, they are saying DHL courier, they are sending this SPA agreement. So once you share all the documents, developer is preparing the booking form. It's like an initial pre-sale agreement, I would say, where is mentioned the details about the property. The details is the price, is the specific unit, what is the buildings, some initial information. Once you are signing this booking form and you need to pay a booking amount, booking amount depends on the developer. Usually it's like 1-2% from the value of the property. So once you pay this booking amount, the property is held by your name. Booking amount is usually is not refundable, so you need to be careful. Once you decided, go ahead. So and once you are paying the booking amount, so it's not refundable. So be careful with that. You need to think and before to sign the booking amount and paying the booking amount to the developer. Later on, the developer, after you pay the booking amount, developer giving you sometimes, usually it's about like 1 to 2 weeks to complete the down payment of the property. So all the properties which is a selling of plans, they have a payment plan. Payment plan, you don't need to pay any interest to the developer, any percentage, so it's just a net price, but divided by some payments. In 90% cases, down payment is 20% of the value of the property. So you need to complete the down payment after you sign the booking, after you pay the booking, you need to complete the down payment, which is 20% plus 4% registration fee. So you need to pay 24% to buy the property, if you're talking about the off-plan property. Once you complete this 24%, you share all your documents, you sign the booking form, you are waiting for SPA, which is a sales purchase agreement from the developer side. It might take like from couple of days up to 1 month once they prepare the SPA for you. Once they prepare SPA, they will send it you through the email, and some developers, they keep sending it through the DHL, so for physical signature. But mostly developers, they are using email. They will send you the link for special application which you can sign it online. So you can complete everything online in most scenarios. Once you complete it, once you got the SPA, it's a big document which is include all the details about the property. There will be mentioned what is the size of all the rooms in the apartment. There will be allocated a parking spot for you. There would be specification for kitchen appliance which are used in the developer in that buildings. All the stuff will be there. Usually it takes like this SPA takes like 20 pages. So you need to read that one, but SPA is not changeable. So if you want to change any part of SPA, you will not be able to change, because developers, they are not changing SPA. There is a reason for that, because they register SPA with Dubai Land Department, and they cannot go and change some specific SPA for any of the clients. So before go ahead, like even before booking, just ask to share the draft of SPA. You can ask this question to the agent, and there is no problem. They can request it from the developer side and just carefully read the SPA. Once you sign the SPA, developers themselves, they will go to Dubai Land Department. They will register this signed already SPA, and they will get the certificate of ownership under your name, and they will share it in email. You will get it from the Dubai Land Department, and you will get the same email from the developer. This certificate of ownership of the property which is under construction. So there is certificate for ownership for the property which is under construction. It's called in Arabic Okud. So Okud is certificate of ownership of the project which is under construction, of land project. So you got this Okud, you sign the SPA, you know all the details, including the payment plan which you get from the developer, and you have the specific dates where you need to pay and specific amounts which you need to pay once the property is constructed. Once the property is constructed, of course, you want to know on which stage is the construction is going on. And as I explained you before, Dubai Land Department is controlled at the levels of the construction, and they put all the reports online. So there is a specific application which called the Dubai REST, and if you go to that application, you can check the progress of any project in Dubai. So you download the report, it's coming in PDF file, you can take a look, there is some pictures, there is some report from the Dubai Land Department, and you can check any project in Dubai. So you keep paying all the amounts for the properties, and once it's completed, you need to come to take a handover of this property. So you need to come, you need to check everything inside the apartment. If something wrong in the property, in the apartments which you purchased, you create the list which needs to be fixed from the developer side. So they're taking some time and they fix everything. In Dubai, there is specific companies who helps to do all of this process, which called the snagging. And the snagging companies, they have some specialists who can like properly check everything inside in the apartment and help you to find something which is, if there is something wrong in the apartment. And they will fix everything. After that, if you pay already all the money, you're going to Dubai Land Department with SPA, with the Okud, with non-objection certificate from the developer, and you are getting a title deed for your property. So title deed is a certificate of ownership for ready property. So the difference between Okud and title deed is that the first one is for the property which is under construction, and then the second one, which is a title deed, is for ready property. After that, you can use your property for your own, like to move in yourself, or to rent it out, to resell it. And as I said you before, you can even resell it once you pay like 30 or 40%, depends on the developer. Yeah, property rental. So if you decided to rent the property out, so you have two options, which we already discussed with you before. It's a long-term and short-term. Long-term rental could be rented from the real estate company. The same company as our company, we are doing long term, specifically for our clients. Of course, we are renting it out. You don't need to pay anything for us, any commission. We just charge a tenant the commission, so you don't need to pay anything. And as I mentioned before, for long term, you don't need any additional investment in terms of the furniture or some like TVs or some etc. Yeah. But if you decided to give it for a short term, let's say if you bought some property which is located nicely in the tourist district and you decided to go for a short term, we have partners of our company who hold in the holiday homes license, and they can provide that service for you. So they can help you with the furniture, with everything, and they will rent it out for a short term for you. So short term usually it comes from minimum for 3 days rental up to 1 month, and long term is for 1 year. I didn't mention it before, sorry, I just forgot that long term is for 1 year. For 1 year, but tenants, they can prolong the contract if you agreed about the price, so they can prolong it for 1 more year. Now investment visa. So Dubai is trying to attract people to stay here, and they make some changes in the laws, and now they are providing this investment visa for someone who purchased the property which cost more than 750 dirhams, 750,000 dirhams. If you calculate in USD dollars, it's coming like 205,000 US dollars. So this is an amount which gives you the right to apply for investment visa. This visa is given for 2 years, and if you keep holding the same apartment, which is value more than 750,000 dirham, you can prolong this visa. And not only you can get this visa, also the members of your family also can get this visa. And another visa which called the golden visa. The difference between investment visa and golden visa, for golden visa you need to invest minimum 2 million dirham, which is 560,000 US dollars. Yeah. So golden visa is provides for 10 years. So the basic investment visa is just for 2 years, and golden visa is for 10 years. It's also provided for you and the members of your family. And also the same, the condition, it could be prolonged after if you keep holding the property, which is a cost more than 2 million dirham. You can apply one more time for this visa, like so many times as you need. Now we are talking. We will start to talk about the location. I already give you some numbers, which is for the property which is located next to the sea and which is located in the downtown and business bay. So, but there is like many more properties, many more locations, sorry, in UAE, and also in different prices. So I will highlight some of them. This is first of all this Dubai Marina. If you visit Dubai as a tourist, maybe you visit the Dubai Marina. I would say the Dubai Marina and GBR. So Dubai Marina is located on the marina. There is more than 80 towers next to this marina. And this area is already constructed. There is just few construction which is going on. So this is only secondary market. And next to Dubai Marina is located is GBR. The difference between GBR and Dubai Marina is that GBR is right next to the sea, and it has access to the beaches. And Dubai Marina is not for the swimming, so there is no beaches, it's just a marina. And as I told you before, this area is already pretty constructed, and the price on the property on Dubai Marina is really depends on the tower, because some towers is already like pretty old and hardly used, and some of the towers is like luxury towers, and they are almost brand new, maybe 1-2 years old. But if you are considering like investment in off-plan properties with a payment plan, so Dubai Marina is not an option because it's already constructed. The same I would say about the Palm Jumeirah. There is like few plots more on Palm Jumeirah, but still it's pretty constructed. The Palm Jumeirah, it's like one of the most expensive location, I would say, in Dubai, along with the Blue Waters, which is an island where is Dubai Eye located. It's an observation view. This is one of the most expensive location. It's also, like I would say, for 99%, it's already constructed. You know that in Dubai they launched a new palm which called the Palm Jebel Ali, and they already start to sell some properties, some villas over there. It's coming from the government developer Nakhil. So this is like a potentially one of the great location and next destination in Dubai, but for future, of course, because to be constructed it needs like a little bit. I think it's more than 10 years to construct it. Yeah. Next districts which we can discuss is Arjan, GVC, Dubai Hills. I would say even more. There is like GVT, which is Jumeirah Village Triangle, Sport City, Motor City. So this area is located like 15 to 20 minutes drive to the sea, to the marina side, let's say, from that places. And it's considered and it's called like a family communities in Dubai. So inside in that communities, you can find everything, whatever you need. There is a school, there is university, there is a gyms, hospitals, etc. So everything you can find inside the community. Along there, some parks, some sports activities, like tennis courts, football courts, especially if you are talking about the sport city, is famous of that. Yeah, I would highlight for you Dubai Hills, because Dubai Hills is also located in the same location which called also Dubai Land. But Dubai Hills is constructed like by MR, which is one of the famous developers in Dubai. You might hear about the MR. It's the biggest developer in Dubai. It's partially belong to the government of Dubai. And this community is completely from MR. This is a golf community. So inside in the community, there is a big golf fields. And also in this community, it's one of the biggest malls located. It's a new mall. It's just a few years it was opened. A few years back it was open. It's a big size mall. Not the same as a Dubai mall, but it's pretty big mall. And as I said it's all the property constructed by MR. There is like few commercial buildings inside, and the rest is residential buildings, and there is also some clusters is under the villas, so villa and townhouses and apartments. Everything is very nice quality with a great view, especially if you have a golf course view. This looks amazing. And there is some plots small, and it's going to be some construction. And the big advantage of this district is because of the big mall and because of the MR, because they construct all the communities, they come in as a master developer in this area. So everything is on a very high level. Now GVC, it's basically a Jumeirah Village Circle. GVC holds the first place in terms of numbers of transactions in Dubai, like last couple of years. It's a lot of properties were constructed and launched in GVC, and a lot of investors, they invest in GVC because there is like so many construction inside in GVC. Also inside in the community, you can find like a lot of parks. There is like few commercial buildings, some hotels. This 5 hotel, which is one of the famous one. You can see it on the picture. Yeah, and in this area, the prices, I will highlight the same, like 1-bedroom apartments. The 1-bedroom apartments is cost like starting from 280,000 US dollars, something like this, with a payment plan. As I told you, payment plan, it's without any interest from the developer. And usually payment plan is 20% down payment, and you need to pay during the construction next 40%, and 40% you are paying on handover. Once you take in the key from your apartments, you are paying the rest of 40%. Sometimes developers, they are given post-handover option, which means that you are already take the key from the developer, but you still keep paying the installment to the developer, also without any interest. So it's not for all the project, but some developers they are offering this post-handover option. Of course, it's better for the investors because you don't need to pay all the money. You're already getting some return from the rental, and you still keep paying to the developers. Next district is Arjan, which is located like next to GVC. If you visit Dubai, you might visit this Miracle Garden. Miracle Garden is like a big garden of flowers and trees, which is very famous in Dubai. It's one of the destinations for tourists. And if you came as a tourist, you might visit this place. So this place is located in the district which is called Arjan. If you compare GVC to Arjan, in Arjan mostly the low-rise buildings. So there is only a few high-rise buildings, but most of the buildings they're not higher than like 12 floors high. So the low-rise building, and also in Arjan, as in GVC, there is located the schools, there's nurseries, there's a hospital, so everything you can find inside. Also, a lot of restaurants, shops, supermarkets, everything is already ready. And the next district is Dubai South. So if you're talking about the future of Dubai, so it's one of the future destination in Dubai is the Dubai South. As I mentioned before, Palm Jebel Ali, so I would compare Dubai South. It's also like a future of Dubai. It will be located on the where is located at Dubai Al Maktoum Airport. It's a new airport in Dubai, and it's still under construction. There's some part of airport is already ready, and still under construction. And this airport, it will be the biggest airport in the world, which is already like announced from the Dubai government. And this is also famous because in the same location was Expo 2020. And there is a lot of developers, and even Emar itself, they launch in different projects. It's apartments, it's townhouses, it's commercial properties as well. So it's gonna be like a next city inside in the city. Very, very big project. And if you're talking about the prices, at the moment you can find like a very attractive price compared to other location because it's not ready. It is a future of Dubai. So you can find the prices which is pretty similar to GVC and Arjan, which is I mentioned for one bedroom, it's around 280,000, and even like a little bit less in some projects. Dubai Island. So we spoke about the property which is located next to the sea on the first line, and I said you that one bedroom in that project is cost starting from 800,000 US dollars. So, but except this Dubai Island, because it's also like a future destination, there is some developers they already started the construction and the project already were sold out, but there is still some project to be launched. And at the moment, you can get the price for one bedroom, not 800,000 US dollars, but 500,000 US dollars. But in the future, it will become 800 or even more, I think more. Because it's located on the island with access to the beach, it will be surrounded of five-star hotels. There is already 2 five-star hotels which is open, which is operated. But residential buildings is not ready. All the residential buildings is under construction, and there will be some future launches. Even like next month, September, there's gonna be like a couple of launches in this island. In my personal opinion, it's one of the most attractive area to invest if you are considering off-plan property, and if you even considering the flipping. That's definitely where the price will rise. And also on the same location will be located one of the biggest mall, which is already like I would say for 30% constructed. And one of the biggest mall, five-star hotels, different parks, beaches, and everything. Everything is located on Dubai Island, and it's located like in that part of Dubai, which is not next to Abu Dhabi. It's next to the Sharjah. So that area is mostly only leasehold property, but because of the island, it is completely freehold properties. Yeah. Now we will discuss some common mistakes by investors. The first one is lack of knowledge about the developers and their history. So, of course, you need to make your own research about the developers, about like how they constructed, if there was any delays from these developers, is there any problems with the quality which is delivered from the developers. Of course, it's a good idea to ask some brokers about their opinion about different developers, and I would suggest you to ask a few agents their opinion and make your own research to be aware about the history of any developers. Working with an experienced agent and a developer. Yeah, of course you need to choose carefully because buying the property, it's a big step, it's a big money, and you need to choose a person with whom you will be comfortable, who is a totally professional. You can recheck his information with other developers because it's a, as I said, it's a big step. It's a lot of money to be on the spot. Ignorance of local laws leading to legal contracts. Yeah, you need to be careful with all the papers which you are signing. As I mentioned before, for example, the booking amount. I know that sometimes the brokers are not saying that it's not refundable. It's like it's a bad surprise for the investors. So you need to read everything carefully. You need to ask about any words which is mentioned there which you don't understand or which sounds for you suspicious. You need to find out everything and be careful with all the documents. Also, ask SPA to be sent it you in advance just to take a look on that. And if you have any question, just discuss it with the agent or make your own research online. And about these contracts, also I need to mention that you might like be worried about some delays which might happen from the developers. In Dubai, at the moment, it's very competitive market, and all the developers they're trying to deliver the project in time. And even some developers they hand over the project like before the date which was agreed in SPA. But according to the law in Dubai, the developers cannot delay the project more than 1 year. So if it's delayed more than 1 year, there is a huge penalty which will be like on the developer side, and they need to compensate you the money which you are losing from the rent. So it's for any specific case, they will discuss it. But according to the law, they cannot delay more than for 1 year. A lack of understanding of city dynamics. Of course, if you choose Dubai as an investment destination, you need to know like how city is developing, and which site is going on, like what is the future for any areas. As we discussed, for example, the Dubai South, where it will be the biggest airport in the world. Of course, it's attract a lot of investors, a lot of end users. It will create a lot of jobs next to the property. So this is a good destination. Or for example, Dubai Island, it's attract a lot of tourists. You can use this property for short term. You can resell it with a profit. So you need to know all the information, especially about the location once you choosing any investment. Yeah, not considering transaction and property maintenance cost. So the transaction cost, which means, as I explained you, it's just a 4% which you need to pay to Dubai Island Department. But of course, you need to be aware and you need to calculate it like before buying. So once you calculate, for example, the ROI, you need to know that you need to pay 4% DLD registration fee to make your calculation right, to get your percentage right. Property maintenance cost, it's not about the brand new property, it's not about the plan, it is more about, not more, it's 100% about the secondary market. So once you are buying something which is already been used, you need to be careful, you need to take a look on the apartment itself, to take a look not only on the apartments, on the building itself. So how it was used, how it was maintained, and if you need to, for example, to renovate the apartments, you also need to know how much does it cost in Dubai. So it's also like some agents, they are aware about this information, but you also can make your own research just to ask, like, if you need to renovate some specific apartment, let's say to change the tiles or to change the kitchen, so how much it cost you. and later on you can rent it out or resell it with a profit. But this cost you need to be aware about. Yeah, about the investment that you pick up the good location, but let's say not right building. So also, of course, it's very necessary because the price depends on that, and your future income depends on that. Because some of the developers they're providing like ultra luxury level of the property. Some of developers they are more like in a low budget property, and of course if you calculating your ROI, like future return of the investment, and you are you are considering some ultra luxurious properties rental price, yeah, for something which you bought like in let's say in the lower budget, it would not be the same. So you need to compare with a similar property on the similar level, and if you are buying something which is more expensive, of course you need to compare it with something which is rent is very high. Yeah, so we came across all these questions which we prepare for you, and now I will come back to you. And I will check the chat if you... Just a moment. Yeah, not many questions. Could you please share the presentation after the session via the WhatsApp group? Yes, we have recorded all the presentation, and we will share the video in the WhatsApp group. And what do you think about the business bay? Look, the business bay, it depends on the purpose which you want to buy. It's a good rental income in business bay. It's a very busy area. There is a lot of commercial towers, a lot of offices is located in a business bay. So if you're considering to rent it out, it's a good location. But if you want to get some capital appreciation, or you even consider it as a flip investment, I would not suggest you to pick up the business bay, because business bay is already like pretty constructed area, and it's already like on a high level of the prices, so that's not the right destination. But if you're considering it to rent it out, it's very easy, and rental price is pretty high. And as I told you before, it's a pretty busy area, a lot of businesses located there, so it will be busy. Even you can consider it short term, because there is a lot of business trips is going on in business bay, and people needs to stay somewhere. So it could be a long term, and it could be even a short term, and you can get a good ROI from that, but not for resale. I mean to gain the price in the next, like, let's say 2-3 years. If you're considering that, I would not suggest, but in the future, yeah, sure. What is the cost of Okut exactly? Yeah, so the Okut fees is something different from, so Dubai Land Department registration fee is a 4% from the value of the property. And there is some admin fee, which is considered as a Okut fee. It's 2,050 dirham, but sometimes developers, they add some admin fee from their side. So it might come like a couple thousand more, depends on the developer. Okut fee itself is 2,050 dirham. Dubai Land Department fee is 4%. So it's fixed amount, but some developers, they just add some admin fee from their side for preparing documents, etc. Some of the developers, they are not doing this, but mostly they're adding like a couple of thousand dirham for their job. What is the average for one bed apartment? So as I mentioned before, it depends on the location, depends on the developer, depends on the site. So if you're talking about the GVC, as I mentioned before, I don't know, maybe you was absent on the presentation. GVC, Arjan, the cost is around 300,000, 280, even you can get the 280, 300,000 US dollars, you can get a one bedroom, which is size around like 70, 75 square meters. There is a question about the casino which is opening in Dubai. No, in Dubai there is no plan to open the casino at the moment. It's like almost confirmed that casino would be opening in Ras Al Khaimah, which is like around like 40 minutes drive from Dubai. It's different emirate. It's located on Al Marjan Island in Ras Al Khaimah. It's confirmed from the government of Ras Al Khaimah. Of the government of Ras Al Khaimah, and on the island there is gonna be like Win Resort. There is like a lot of hotels and including the casino. That's why it's boost the market of Ras Al Khaimah, and like last 2 years the prices is rising, I would say, for 60-70% in Ras Al Khaimah. If you're talking about specifically about Al Marjan Island, where its casino would be located, and the rest of the things in Ras Al Khaimah is the price also rising, but not significantly as in Al Marjan Island, where its casino would be open. Yeah, 2050 including VAT. Yeah, I believe it's including VAT. VAT is is 5% from the cost. Yeah, I think it includes a VAT, if I don't mistake. Kate, sorry, maybe I'm wrong, but it's like 2050, I believe. Yeah, I will check it and I'll come back to you if you need some specific number. Is there some yearly maintenance fee for the apartment to the developer of building maintenance? Yes, of course, yeah. You need to pay the service charge. It's called the service charge, and it depends on the size of the apartments and depends on the company which is providing this service. This service includes like lifts, cleaning of the common areas, parking, etc. And in Dubai, usually it's like from 12 to 15 dirham per square foot. So you can calculate if you have the apartment which is 1,000 square foot, which is pretty big, it's 92 square meters, you would need to pay 12 to 15,000 dirham per year, which is 3 to 4,500 US dollars. This is the cost of service charge. And once you are buying the apartment, the service charge is already, like I mentioned, from the developer. They just are giving you some numbers, which is expected service charge. So they didn't sign any company, but they will give, for your understanding, like approximately how much you would need to pay once it would be ready. You mentioned the Palm Jebel Aliva, so now how many transactions have been there? I ask my information is there. No transaction. Oh, see, I didn't sell that Palm Jebel Ali was sold out because it's a huge project. It's there's gonna be a lot of residential buildings, villa and townhouses. They just launched, like a first launch was for the plots, villas, and I believe in even townhouses. And that first launch, it was pretty busy and it was sold out. So if you need like some proofs from my side, I can check the DXB Interact. It's a specific website where all the transaction in Dubai mentioned, and I can send you that report and you can check on the Palm Jebel Ali how many villa and townhouses were sold. And there was a lot of transaction for something which they were launching, they sold out everything. This is the information. Figure out of immigration for the first 6 months of 200,000. Okay, what is the number of people who have left in the same period? See, Richard, I don't have the specific numbers for someone who were left, but from my perspective of view, because of the demand even for the rent, which I see myself, yeah, and I used to work like from 2016, and I compared like different times in Dubai. I would say that there is not enough property in Dubai. There is still like supply. I'm sorry, the demand is more than supply. So there is a lot of people who is renting, and the rent is rising. So based on that only, I can say that Dubai is growing and the population of Dubai is growing. But specific numbers who left the country, sorry, I don't know. The first, it's not a building, it's just a villas, so it's not a residential building. There was not launch for residential buildings. The roads already under construction, so construction for the roads is already started. But the handover for the villa, which were launched like beginning of this year, or I think it even December of 2023, I don't remember a specific date for Palm Jebel Ali, because I didn't work with any client in that project. So the handover for that villa would be 2027, if I'm not mistaken. But the roads, so the construction is already started because it's next to Sheikh Zayed Road. I can see it myself. So where's actually work happening right now in Jebel Ali? You mean like on specific part of Jebel Ali, which branch? And also, I don't know. Unfortunately, I cannot answer that question. If you, Richard, if you have like a specific request about any kind of the project, or you can answer. Yeah, it's good if you know. Yeah, I think that you are too skeptic. I can check it for you because, as I told you before, I'm not specialized on the Palm Jebel Ali. Unfortunately, I don't have any clients. And as I told you before, this project is like for future of Dubai. It's not ready. Of course, even roads is under construction at the moment. For the construction of the road, I can say it myself because I have seen it. And Richard, if you have any question, my number is in the WhatsApp group. We can discuss about the Palm Jebel Ali and the kind of you mentioned it in your presentation. Yes, I mentioned it on my presentation as a future destination, Palm Jebel Ali, and also I'm responsible for whatever I mentioned. Yeah. But there's like some specific part which is under construction, I cannot reply. Yeah. If you have some specific request for Palm Jebel Ali and you need to be provided with some proofs, yeah, I can send it to you personally. Okay, as I mentioned before, my number is a WhatsApp group, and we will share the video of this presentation in WhatsApp group. But if you have any specific question, any specific request, as Richard has, you can ask me in a WhatsApp, in the group, or even you can send a personal message to me. And thank you so much for your attention. I hope that you get some information which give you some best idea about the Dubai, about how it works in Dubai, and it will help you in the future to take a right decision about your investment and to choose a specific area for the investment, even to compare it to other countries. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.